Hi and welcome to the Knitting Hobbit Podcast. I believe this is episode 6. Today is Monday the 4th of October and my name is Ruth. I'm really excited today. I have a couple whips to share. I have a project to share that has been on the needles for forever, but I'm going to frog. And I have my Stephen West M-Call yarns to share, so I'm really excited to get going today. This week I also have 2 finished objects, but one of the 2 I cannot show because it's a test knit which is secret. But of course, once I'm allowed to share, because the pattern is gonna get released, then I definitely will. All I have to say about this, I'm really excited for it. And I can't wait to wear it and to share it with everyone here because it's really pretty. But anyway, today I am wearing the ranunculus that I knit in Eastex Penelope. The color is bottle green and it is currently one of my favorite jumpers. Because it is quite loose, as you can see, and the sleeves are a little bit shorter, and it of course has the lace details which make it a bit more airy as well. This is currently a really nice jumper to wear when it's just a bit cold but not too cold, so you don't get overly hot in it. There's still lots of airflow, but it does keep you nice and warm. I did film a little bit of an extra thingy, so I'll show you that now of me wearing it. And yeah, so let's get going. The first finished object I shared with you last week. It was the present for my mum. The birthday present. I have it here because we live in the same house, so I can steal it back for a bit. It's the Spring Thing shawl from Espace Tricot. I can never pronounce that correctly. It was a really easy knit if you are looking to knit your very first shawl and you don't want it to be huge and you want it to be easy and breezy. I definitely recommend this. It's just garter stitch, and you start on this side and then increase at a pretty slow rate, as you can see. So this side gets really quite long, and then once you're at a certain amount of stitches you start decreasing, and you decrease twice as fast. So it makes this really nice asymmetrical shawl. The pattern is free, by the way. All of Space Tricot's patterns are free, so that's really nice. I definitely encourage everybody to look at them because they also have really nice shawls and jumpers, and they have something of everything, and they're all really pretty. I knit this in Less Traveled yarn. I think the color was called Slightly Blue, but I'll put it on the screen, and all the details are on Ravelry as well. I always link my Ravelry project page down below, so you can look up any of the projects I am talking about today and see what I used. I'm not so good at entering the needle size I use. I'm trying to get better at it, but for shawls I pretty much always just use the one recommended. I don't swatch because it's a shawl, so it doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't have to fit. So yeah, my mom was really happy with it. Oh, and for the border I used a cotton I have left over from the Ripple bralette, I think it's called. And it's like this speckled, it's white but it's speckled with blue and reds and yellows, and the blue in it looks a lot like the blue of the main color. And it did soften up in the wash. If you watched last week's episode, you know that I was kind of concerned about it because my mom is super sensitive anywhere with fabrics like this Penelope. There's no way ever in the world that she would wear this. Even with something underneath, I think the prickle will go through the shirt and she'll get annoyed. She's the kind of person that takes all of the tags out that are in anything, and she always has to try something on first, because if there's even a little seam that is slightly annoying, she's not gonna wear it. So I was concerned about it. It did soften up a bit in the wash. It's not super soft, but I told her it might still soften up with wear or with another wash, but it's not scratchy. It's definitely not scratchy, it's just not soft either. And she really likes small scarves, so that they can like really go against her neck, and then she can put her jacket all the way up and be nice and toasty, and this is perfect for that. So I recommend it. Like, I thought this would be the best way to wear it. You can wrap that twice, and then with a bit of rearranging, you can really have it like up against your neck. There's still room to tie this, and there's plenty of room, but it stays nice and toasty and warm. And then, as you can see, there's barely any fabric down here, so you'll have no problem with like a coat or something like that. I personally wouldn't really wear it as a shawl, like around your shoulders, because it is quite small for that. I'll show you. As you can see, it does like go around your shoulder, but it's really just the top of your shoulder, and then because it's asymmetrical, it's more on this side than on this side. But yeah, it's still really nice. It works really well as a scarf, which is what my intended use was, because she's also not one to put like stuff around her shoulders. If she's cold, she'll just put on a cardigan. So that is my only finished object that I can show this week. So yeah, again, if you're looking for an easy shawl that's not big, and it's just like a lovely mindless knit, I highly recommend a Spring Thing by Space Draco. Get a sip of water. Then I have colourwork projects. Yeah, so let's just get started. This one you already know about. I won't go on about it too much because I haven't done that much on it. But I did something, so I thought I would show you and keep you updated. This is Kofte from Skeindeer. It's supposed to be this big oversized Norwegian cardigan, and on the top it will have these big Selbu roses, which I'm really excited for. But for now it's just in a bit of in the plain area, which is just like where your body is, and now I just need to knit the length of the body before the really exciting colourwork starts again. So I've lost a bit of motivation, but every once in a while I'll knit a couple of rows, and yeah, slowly but surely I will get there. I'm keeping this in an amazing bag. It's this one, and it's just like a bucket. It's felted, and it's just like a bucket, and you can just put it on the floor. And I think I am going to use this for all my sweaters in the future, because it is really big and nice. It's like a good size. It's not huge, but it's big, and it fits all the wool for this big oversized cardigan. So that is really exciting. The wool I am using is Drops Charisma in anthracite, and I always forget the name of this color. Light pearl gray, I think it is. I will put it on the screen anyway, but it's Drops Charisma, so it's affordable as well. What else do you want? And it's 100% wool. It is superwash, but I don't mind superwash that much. I do like really rustic yarns, but superwash every once in a while you're not gonna hear me complain about. So that was really quickly that one. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that, just rearranging myself, you'll have seen that the Skeindeer Matchy Matchy Club has started. And I immediately got started on it because, as you may know, the West Knit MCall is starting this weekend, and the Skein Club is kind of going sort of through it as well. So I thought I would get a head start on this, get this project, the first one, out of the way and done. And then, so then I can have so that I will have an easier time keeping up with this and the MCall and not have to stress too much about having too many projects on my needles. So I am keeping this. This is my favorite bag. As you can see, I've decorated it a bit. It is for slightly smaller projects, so that are not for this, but a bit smaller. It's the Stephen and Penelope bucket bag. And if you're ever placing an order with Stephen and Penelope, or if you're ever visiting them, I highly recommend picking one up. They also gave one with the MCall kits, which I have over here, which I'm really excited about because I use this bag so much. So get one if you're ever ordering at Stephen and Penelope, or if you're there, because it's so useful. I also just use it as a handbag a lot of the times. But in here I have the first club project, which is more color work from Skein. It's the, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, but it's the Endelaus cowl, and this is it. I'll put it up close so you can see really well. I am really excited for this. I cast this on Saturday and it's now Monday morning. I am currently at the pattern length. So if you're completely following the pattern, this is the length you will get. But I'm going to do one more repeat because I want it to be nice and long so I can pull it over my face if I'm really cold. I also made it a bit smaller because I find cowls tend to be quite big, and I like things to be snug against my neck because I think that there's a lot more warmth than when it's really loose and just hanging. That doesn't really give any warmth. So I want it to be like nice and up close to my skin. So I am, width-wise, I am doing 2 less repeats. So that's 2 less and then 1 more in the length. And then I think it will be really, really nice. As you can see, it will fit really well, I think. I did have a little panic yesterday because I do have a big head, like hats and everything. I always need to make the large version. My horse riding helmet, for example, is size large to extra large. It's about the only thing on my body that's large because for everything else I'm quite petite. But yeah, I'm really excited for this, and it does fit over my head. I had a little try on yesterday, so we're all good to go. So this will be finished soon. I will definitely before the start of the MCall this weekend. So just 1 more repeat of the color work, and then the ribbing on this side as well, and then it's done. I really recommend this pattern as well if you're just getting into color work. The repeat isn't that many stitches, so it's easy enough to remember, and I think it's really addicting to knit. And because you're also creating like the little squares, I really enjoy that effect. Yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. It's flying off the needles. So yeah, definitely have a look into the club. It's called the Matchy Club. I'll put it on the screen as well and down in the description below. And yeah, I'm really excited to get to the other accessories because I am quite short on cowls and mittens. I do have a couple hats, but I think there will probably be a hat and mittens or something in that direction with this pattern. So I'm really excited for that. I really do need mittens. I have one pair which is in a yarn that my skin doesn't like. It's alpaca and my skin just doesn't agree with alpaca. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Almost done. And oh, I totally forgot to say, I'm knitting this in the white color of the off-white is Rauma Fino. And I am knitting this in the mysterious Shetland that I shared, I think the last podcast, that I got from my aunt. And this is like the orangey, like the burnt orange color. And I think these are such a good match, like weight-wise, thickness-wise, and just color-wise as well. You can see the little specks of color from the Shetland, and then I think the off-white Rauma Fino is just really nice to balance it off and make it a bit more calm. So I'm really happy with my color choices as well. This is my first time knitting with Rauma Fino, and I'm a big fan. It does actually feel quite soft, and it's really nice to work the color work with. So yeah. Then I have a colorwork project that I'm going to frog. This project has been on my needles for a while. I knit the start of it like the beginning of last summer, I think, or maybe even like the end of spring, somewhere around that time. And at some point I just put it down because I wasn't really that happy with it. Number one, I'm not super happy with the colors together, and number two, it is huge, absolutely huge. So the pattern I'm talking about is from Shetland Wool Week. It is the Stupra Socks, if you pronounce it like that, Stupra Socks. It's these really pretty colorwork socks. They are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. But normally for socks I cast on 60 stitches, and this one has 20 stitches more. And immediately from the start I was suspicious about it, like, oh, this is gonna be really big, because it does use quite a big needle as well. I did go down in needle size a lot. I think, let me see what needle size it asks for. Let me see. Materials. Yeah, they used a 3mm needle, and I think I'm using about a 2. I'm not completely sure. But this is how it's looking, and it is big. Like, that is how big it is. My leg is not that big. And in the picture she's wearing it like she has it pulled over trousers and has like proper house socks, but that's just, nah, this is no way in the world that this is gonna stay up for me. It is too big. So I'm going to frog it, but I did want to share it first. And this is the color. So as you can see, it could have a bit more contrast. It is quite pretty, but not really how I wanted it. I think you can see well enough. So I'm using Filcolana yarn. These are the two I'm using. I can't remember the colors. It's so long since I've cast it on. I just don't know. But I will be frogging this, and the yarn will be something else. I don't know what yet, but it will be something else. So I just wanted to share that first. I also tried to think of an alteration to the socks, so I could go down to the 60 stitches, or at least get close to 60 stitches, which is my usual for socks. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it will come out that pretty if I do it. I might be able to make it, but I'll have to think about it and have a proper look at the charts and do some counting and stuff. So maybe I'll cast these on again with quite a bit of alterations to the chart, because the chart goes all the way around. So it's not like it's a small repeat that's again and again and again, and you can just take out a repeat. One round is one repeat. So I'll need to have a look at that. But as they are right now, they're not going to get finished. Oh, and I'm keeping this in the most adorable bag. It's a little Winnie the Pooh bag. I think, I might be wrong, I think I got it from Femke's Haaksels, which is an Etsy shop here in the Netherlands, but it has Winnie the Pooh on it, and it's just adorable. So, yeah. I made, my last whip is these socks. I didn't make much progress, but I did make a bit, so I thought I would show you. I am absolutely in love with this yarn. I'm just trying to get it organized here. I'm keeping this in my Bubbles and Berries bag. I have the Scottish Wildflowers, and these are the socks. So yeah, the colorway is a lot of fun. I forgot the name of it. I don't think it's for sale anymore because it's from an indie dyer, but I will put it somewhere on the screen, and you can have a look at it. Time for another sip of water. So, last but not least is my Westknit Mystery Knit Along yarn. I am so excited for this to be my first mystery knit along I've ever done. I've done nothing, not even Westknit specific, just in general. I've never done a mystery knit along, so I'm really, really excited for this. As you know, I absolutely love his patterns. I have done the Vertices Unite, and I have a Fantastitch. So this is going to be my third Westknit, and I got the pink bag, as you can see, and as you may know, and looking at like this and over here, pink is one of my favorite colors. So I got the pink bucket bag, so my favorite black bag just got upgraded to my favorite color. Cannot be better. And I got a kit from their web shop, which I had a thought about it. I've been looking at their kits for forever. Anytime he releases a new shawl, I think the kits are just gorgeous. But I never got one because the yarn they sell is really expensive. But this time I thought I am just going to do this. If there is a time to get a kit, it is with Mystery Knit Along. And also for a bit of safety, so you're absolutely sure that the colors will go with the pattern, which is the thing I'm scared about the most with the Mystery Knit Along, is that my color choices wouldn't work, wouldn't look that great, everything to do with the colors, not the actual knitting. So I got a kit. I got a, what's it called again? Mominoki kit? Yeah, Mominoki yarn. I will get them all out and like hold them together. Woo. So this is the kit I got. I am really, really excited about it. This is better. So I wanted to get a really wearable shawl. I wanted it to be colorful, but I didn't want it to be too bright or too flashy, because I want to be able to have it as an actual like practical functional shawl. And of course I wanted my favorite pinks and purples in it, and I think this kit is just right up my alley. and I really enjoy the charcoal in there with the other colors. Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. I'll tell you the colors. So first we have this baby pink. The color is called Flamingo. And all these yarns are 75% merino superwash and 25% polyamide. Polyamide. So it will be a superwash shawl. It will be absolutely so soft and nice to wear. So yeah, the first color is Flamingo. Then we have this kind of grey beigey color, which has some pinky purpley hues as well, and that one is called Sakura. I hope it focuses. Excuse my nails, by the way, I haven't done them in a bit. So that is the second color. The third is this really pretty purple, and it is called Nasu. It's not focusing, but Nasu. And then the fourth is called Black Cherry, and it's this like kind of burgundy reddish color. And then the last one, which is the charcoal color one, is called Ink. So I'm really excited for this because my West knit shawls always end up being way bigger than intended. I am planning to go down in needle size, and yeah, maybe my shawl will be a bit smaller in the end, but I don't think so because they always end up way bigger than I want them to be. Both my Vertices Unite and my Fantastic are bigger than the sample, so I think it will be safe to just go down in needle size and just go from there. And he said it was going to be a big shawl anyway, so even if mine ends up being a little bit smaller, it will probably still be really big. So yeah, I'm really excited to hear if you're participating as well, and yeah, what your color palette is. So I feel like I have all my favorite colors in here, and I think the black or the charcoal is gonna make these really girly colors a little bit less girly. Give it like, I don't know, it's the right way to say that it will give it a bit of an edge, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, these are my colors and I'm super excited. I will be casting on as soon as I get the pattern. I have nothing planned this weekend, and then I will be showing the first little bit of it next week, hopefully. Because next week the cowl will be finished and I will have that started, and I will probably have a bit more progress on the coastal kofta. So if I get a chance, there will be a new episode next week. So yeah, that was everything that I had to share today. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoy filming them and talking about all my knitting and sharing it with you and reading all your comments. So please, if you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment down below. Tell me if you're participating with the Mystery Knit Along. Tell me if you're participating with Skeindeer's Matchy Matchy Club. And yeah, I really like hearing from you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye!